Niyi Soyinka, the success catalyst, as he is fondly called, is a life, leadership, and business coach, trainer, and consultant. He is the lead strategist at Big Shot Consulting Limited, a human resource development firm. Niyi holds an MPhil in Leadership and Strategic Study as well as an MBA with a specialty in Human Resource Management. He has several years of experience in the banking industry and has facilitated training for members of staff of the Federal Capital Development Agency (FCDA), Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria (FMBN), Keystone Bank, Coca-Cola Bottling Company, etc. He is on the advisory boards of Enactus, Ahmadu Bello University, and the Eye Opener Youth and Women Foundation, and a facilitator at the Mordecai Christian Business School with scores of speaking engagements every year. He is in high demand as a trainer, leadership and life coach, and change catalyst. Niyi is also on the radio every week on Invicta 98.9 FM. He is also a TEDx curator and the author of the best-selling book, How to Earn a Fee from What You Do for Free, Making Big Money from Your Skills, Ideas, and Talents. He is married to Abiodun, a prolific fashion designer, and they are blessed with two amazing children, General David and Ambassador Daniel. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Niyi Soyinka.
Are you excited? Welcome, sir. Niyi Soyinka. Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Super excited to be here. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's such a delight and a pleasure to be here. Please, I just want to be sure you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes,
let me be sure you can hear me loud and clear
so
that I can just speak it up from there.
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Beautiful. 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 I want to thank YAMA for this great conference he's been putting together in the last couple of years. All right, I can imagine the demand, the passion, and the zeal. It's evident, it's obvious. And YAMA, I want you to know that we are grateful for all that you do. And personally, we're super proud of you. Thank you and thank you and thank you. All right, I was asking you earlier today. All right, hope it's not been too stressful. All right, so it's good to be here. I want to also appreciate your team, okay, and all of the amazing speakers that will speak, that have gone ahead to speak before me. I was back in for a couple of minutes listening to the fantastic session by Dr. Sheung. Incredible, right? So very quickly this evening, I will be talking about the concept, the process, and the money in the knowledge economy. All right, good to see all of you, Emmanuel, all of you. Thank you, guys. So excited to be here. The concept, the process, and the money in the knowledge economy, an interesting topic here, right? And I want to start by saying that if I were to ask you, okay, what are the industries or what are the economies that you think abound in the world, right? One of the things you would tell me is that the agri sector, the agricultural industry, the agricultural economy, right? And you're absolutely right. You're going to tell me about the IT world. You're also probably going to also tell me about, the oil sector, the oil industry, the oil economy, right? But I doubt if I will have somebody who will say, I trust, all right, those who are attending YAMA are quite brilliant people. But very few people, I think, will say that there's also an industry, there's an economy called the knowledge economy, the knowledge industry. Okay, so what it means is that just like you have the agri industry, just like you have the oil economy, the oil industry, you also have an economy called the knowledge economy or the knowledge industry. In fact, there are others. There are others called the sharing economy. There are some others called even the gig economy. But let's not go out to all of those places. Let's just stay with where you are. So what have I said so far? I want us to realize that the new economy, right? The knowledge economy is just likened to a new economy, right? So I want you to understand, right, that the knowledge that you have, the knowledge that you acquire is an industry on its own. That's the first thing I want to put across this evening before I continue. I'll say that again. The knowledge that you have, the knowledge that you've acquired is an industry, is an economy on its own, right? That already should have began to trigger something in your mind and in your brain that you are housing literally an industry. You are housing an economy. Isn't that incredible? Okay, so probably we should even begin to add to what you know. Probably you want to add Niyi, knowledge industry, Soyinka, right? Or Niyi, knowledge industry, Soyinka, because I'm an industry, I'm a working industry, I'm a working economy. Very important. Okay, so if you look around, Google is said to be the most visited website around the world. It is said that about 3.5 billion incredible searches are made per day on Google, right? And in total, you have about 1.3 trillion. Isn't that incredible? 1.3 trillion searches every single year in on Google. And they want knowledge, all right? People just want to, in fact, I think that, I say this with all sense of respect. Scripture tells us that knowledge shall cover the earth as waters cover the sea. I believe the channel to that knowledge, one of the channels to that knowledge, right, is Google, right? Because literally everybody, before you ask a question in 2 seconds, right, people just want to Google, okay? So, and in 2018, we understand that the knowledge industry, the knowledge economy, right, was what, about 170 people. But in 2025, we are told that the knowledge economy will be worth over 350 billion naira by 2025. No, 350 billion US dollars. Isn't that incredible? Anytime I hear figures like this, one of the things that I put in my mind is that, what is my share? Right? Maybe you should be like me. What is my share in that figure that you are pronouncing? In fact, I gathered recently that Udemy, okay, had a revenue of about 150 billion, right? If we're going to convert it to naira, they had a revenue of about 150 billion naira as of 2022. That's incredible. That's massive. And we're basically talking about the knowledge industry. I'm just trying to whet our appetite to realize the gold you're probably sitting on, the gold that you carry. All right, knowledge is the new gold, you will hear. Knowledge is the new money, right? Very, very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to be dividing my talk into 3 major arms. I'm going to talk about the concept, like slash the mindset. I'm also going to talk about the process, and I'm going to talk about the money. The concept, the process, and the money. Right. So in the concept, let me also say one of few things about the mind, because it's incredible. We must understand that, and I think Dr. Shion started talking about that a bit. Right. You must be able to understand, right, that the fact that you're in a local environment doesn't make you exempted from being a global citizen. You must have the picture. This is powerful, and this is very important, because without your mindset, as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Very powerful statement there. As a man thinks in his heart, as a woman thinks in her heart, so she is. You know how I love to illustrate that? Wherever your dominant thought goes, your life follows. Can I say that 2 times? Wherever your dominant thought goes, your life follows. Wherever your thought goes, your life follows. So if you want to change the direction of your life, you must change the direction of your mindset and the direction of your thought. Very powerful, right? So I must let you know. So it's important to have the mindset that you're a global citizen. If you're typing out there, I don't just want you to type it. I want you to imbibe it. Say out there on the screen that I'm a global citizen. I'm a global citizen. I'm a global citizen. I may be playing locally, but there's even a concept called global, right? I may be in a local space, but I'm playing globally. So I'm a global citizen. I tell myself almost every other day. All right, because you can't be a global player without being a global citizen first. You can't take your share of the market. When we talk about money, we're going to talk about that. Let me not go ahead of myself. And I posted on Facebook recently, I said that the fact that you are black doesn't mean black is not a synonym for lack, right? Another name for back is not black. Okay, I'm trying to be, go through a rhyme tonight, but I want you to get the value here. Okay. Black is not a synonym for lack, right? And back, right, is not another name for black. You can be black and you can be beautiful. You can be black, you are black, and you can truly dominate the knowledge industry and dominate that space. This is very important. Thank you guys for sharing. Zara, I see you. All right. Zena, all right, saying that you're a global citizen. Thank you so, so very much. This is very important. So somebody's asking me right now, what can I teach? What do I know? Right? There's some years ago, there's a statement, a popular quote that went around, right? Waiting and know, sir. What do I know? What do I even know? right? So can I begin to tell you, let's talk about the concept now. Some of your failures and your victories, okay, it's what you know. I tell people always, some of us that we are here right now, your biggest dream, right, is already somebody's current reality. Listen to me. Your biggest dream is somebody's current reality, right? Your biggest dream is actually someone's past. Okay, so you too. Okay, I say it every time. I said you can be probably a graduate now, and you're thinking, what is in my life? I'm just a core member, right? There's somebody who is in primary school today, who is in secondary today, who that is their biggest dream. So I want you to know that you know something. So one of the things I'm talking about the concept, is probably your failures and your victories, right? Your expertise and your skill, right? You must not commonize it. These are the concepts. This is how to dominate, right? And talking about the concept and the process and the money in the knowledge economy, I'm not even going too far. I'm not going out there. I'm largely telling you what you have and what you carry, right? Because many times people always ask from the outside, right? They do not know that even on the inside, there's such treasure, such abilities on your inside. So you must be able to appreciate that. So what do you know? Your failures and your victories, right? Your expertise and your skill, number three, where you've garnered certain certifications, right? Very important. Your experience, right, is what you know, okay, and you can thrive with your innate ability, okay. Your hobby, in fact, your hobby, you never can tell. Your hobby can be something you think is a hobby, is a joke for you, and it could be a gold mine, right? Number seven, your results. And number eight, what you do for free. Some of you have known already that I wrote an amazing book just after the lockdown, how to earn a fee from what you do for free. And that book has gone global. It has earned me millions, right? And I can tell you for free that some of the things you do for free. Let me start from number eight, all right? Your results, your hobby, your innate ability. By your innate ability, I'm talking about your talents, right? Where you've garnered experience, your certification, your expertise and your skill, and of course, your victories and your failure. This is the concept. This is the first thing you need to realize, all right? So you want to ask, right? So you want to ask a couple of questions. In my book, all right, I said something. The first chapter of my book, I mentioned that one of the biggest skills any human alive can have is the skill of inquisition, is the skill of asking questions. This is powerful. You can get any other skill in the world, but please don't miss out on this skill. The skill of asking questions. And by skill, when you say that to probably Nigerians or Africans, they're already thinking, am I going to beg? No. By asking questions, I'm not talking begging at all. I'm asking that your ability to inquire, okay? Because you see, I tell people always that if you go to the Silicon Valley, why do you think that they update Facebook, WhatsApp every time? People are asking questions, right? Or if we do this, what will happen if we do this, all right? So one of the things you can do to get this concept in knowledge of economy is to be able to develop the skill of asking quality questions. Okay, so you want to ask yourself now, for instance, what challenge have I overcome? I haven't listed all of those things, your expertise, your skill, your certification. You now want to begin to dive into it. So you want to ask, what challenges have I overcome, right? What do you have results in? What do I have results in? I'm trying to bring it down into picture using the power of questions. What challenges have you overcome, right? What result? Where do you have results in, right? What questions do people ask you every time? What questions do people ask you frequently, right? What skills and talent do I have, right? What do people come to me for advice? Okay, so these are the ways you need to ask. These are the certain quality questions you need to ask to be able, okay, to get your own share in the knowledge economy. So you want to ask, what challenges have I overcome, right? What do people ask me regularly on anytime they come across me, right? What are my talents and my skills, okay? So, but let me even bring this home. Can I bring it home? So one of the best way to ask this question and get answers almost immediately is to say, the challenges I've overcome in life are, right? The challenges I've overcome in life are, right? Right? All right. The questions people ask me constantly or consistently are, can you see it changes the brain already, and the brain begins to see, how can I answer? All right. The talents I have are, the skills I have are, the places I've garnered experience and certifications are. This is how to. The new skills I need to develop in 2023 after this YAMA conference, hearing all of these amazing speakers are. This is where to start the journey. And this is what the concept, right, overall of the knowledge economy is all about. So you need to have this concept. You need to have the mindset. You need to understand the concept. And there, your journey will just be, right? Very incredible and very, very powerful. The second thing is the process, okay? Having known what the knowledge economy is about, having been able to ask these certain questions, the other thing to do is to be able to undergo a process, because knowing is not enough. Knowing will not give you the money or the profit that you need in the new economy. All right, you must be able to process what you know, and you must be able to process what you know into a product or a skill that can meet a need. Can I say that again? You must be able to process what you know, the knowledge you've gathered in the new economy, and process that into a product or a skill. Then you cannot get the money. So you can see the idea I brought over with this subtopic I gave. The concept, you've known what you know, right? Then you want to process it into a product or a service, then the money can come. So this is very important. So in processing, you can process it into, right, ebooks or books, right? And Dr. Shehu said a lot of things here. And of course, I know other speakers will also be saying things along this line. Okay, I tell people every time, the minimum you can do to earn a fee from what you do for free, which is the title of my book, is that you should convert that into a product or a service. Can I say that again? The minimum you can do in earning a fee from what you do for free is to convert that thing into a product or a service, right? So number one, you want to talk about an ebook or books, physical books themselves, right? You want to talk about webinars like we're having here, seminars like we're having here. YAMA has been doing this in the last 3-4 years, right? So you want to convert it into a seminar, a webinar, right? You want to, come up with courses, right? Physical courses, right? Or online courses, right? These are the avenues. These are the things you can process, right? What you know into. Okay, you want to talk about membership. Okay, you want to talk about coaching, right? Ijoma has an incredible coaching program and all of that in writing. Incredible. So you must be able to think along this line. This is the process. Again, I repeat, the minimum you can do to begin to earn, not just from what you do for free, but to begin to earn from your knowledge in this space, is that you convert it into a product or a skill. Or else people will keep saying thank you, people will keep saying they will keep celebrating you, people will keep saying, oh, this guy is a valuable guy, but there is no point of contact, right? You need a point of contact with these people, right, so that they can purchase from you and you can get your own profit in the new economy, right? This is critical and this is very important. What have I said so far? All the things I've said so far, just an introduction. Where I'm actually going is the profiting space. Where I'm actually going is the money space, because I know that is what some of us really want to hear. All right, I've said that the knowledge economy is an economy on its own, and you're also a bundle of knowledge. You must be able to appreciate that. You must also appreciate that you're a global citizen. It's synonym for lack, night, another name for black. You must have a global. You need to ask certain questions, okay, to be able to get the concept. You must have the right mindset. I've also said some of the ways to earn, okay, is to be able to process those things that you know and process them into a product or service so that you can begin to earn from them. And I said you can do books, it could be seminars, it could even be physical business, it could be an idea. In fact, it's not just product and service you can sell ideas. That's the truth. I know we have limited selling to product and services, but truly people sell ideas. It's just that we do not know. You can have an idea and a firm, an organization, a company want to buy from you. Please never play your ideas. Never play with your ideas, okay? Very critical and important. So let me, after this introduction, right, let me now go to where I'm actually headed tonight, okay? Very important. And before I say that, let me say one thing in passing, okay? Many of us probably have not studied high income generating courses, I mean, in our local schools, our universities today. Okay, if I were to ask you what are the selling jobs apart from the jobs in IT, right, in marketing and digital space, right? You know, some of the career that we are told to go and study by force is either medicine, engineering, law, and architecture. Those are the popular courses, right? But what you do not have, right, in a high-paying job, right, because you do not have that skill, you can have in a high-paying skill. Do you understand the balance? I'm saying that do not say you are disadvantaged. I didn't study medicine. I didn't study engineering. I didn't study architecture. I have no hope. I'm saying that what you do not have in that high-paying job, a high-paying skill will compensate for it. Okay? So let's just put that aside. So let's talk about the money. How do you now begin to make profit, okay, in this space? How do you begin to make profit? Number one is that, so under money, so I've talked about the concept, I've talked about the process. The fourth thing is the money, the profit in the new economy, the profit in the knowledge industry. Is that number one, you need to have what I call visibility, right? You need to be visible, sir. You need to be visible, man. People cannot buy from you. People cannot patronize you if they do not know you. There's a concept out there called the KLT concept. All right. People will only buy and patronize from you when they know, like, or trust you, or know and like or trust somebody who knows or like or trust you. Right. So people, and one of the ways to gain KLT is to be visible. Right. If you are not visible, we're told that David, the children of Israel, loved David because he was going out and in. He was going out and in. So they were seeing him, unlike the other guy who was probably enjoying the palace. David was going out and in. Okay. So the more I see you, the more I'm able to know you, the more I'm able to like you, and the more I'm able to patronize you. Okay. So and the more I'm able to know you, the more I'm able to like you, the more I'm able to trust you, then I will be able to patronize you. You must appreciate this concept, because visibility is as powerful as your ability. You can know, and if you do not know, you know, it may end into zero. Oh, I love that. You may know, and if we do not know, you know, we will not be able to give you the money you deserve. Can I say it one more time? This is a good word. I need to write it out. All right. If you know, and we do not know, you know, we will not be able to give you the money that you deserve. So this is very important. See, forget those things where people say, I know they like show myself. Listen to me, and I want you to type it out. You need to say to somebody, I know we're not in the room, but we're in a virtual room now. Type it in the comment section. Tell somebody, show yourself. If you are there, assume that you are in the room with somebody. Just give them an elbow. Say, show yourself. Show yourself. He said, let your light so shine that men may see your good work. You permit your light to shine. Permit your light to shine. He said, seest thou a man diligent in the way? Not just diligent. Do you see it? Do you see a man diligent in his way? He will see before it. So even though you are diligent, you are knowledgeable, we need to see you. We need to see you. This is very important. So this is the first key. Thank you. Thank you, Ndubuisi. Amazing, right? Thank you, Daniel. Amazing, right? Show yourself invisible, right? Of course, but you understand, I know some people just, it's not about showing yourself. By now, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying some random fizzy or show off. No, if you have followed what I've said so far, you know where I'm coming from. I assume that those who are listening to me now have understood the concept. They've had a process. Right now, they can show themselves. Okay, very important, very, very critical. Yeah. So number two is that under the money. Okay, very quickly. I've spent 20 minutes now. I have another 10-15 minutes and I'll be out of your face. Okay, is that you must be able to find your ideal customer. All right, to get your share in the knowledge space, in the new economy, is that you must be able to find who your ideal customer is. You know what I say always, as long as you're not oxygen, not everybody needs you. I know you said, this product where they find, where they develop, so all more, if you taste time, you go and come back. That's not true. So everybody go one time. You didn't say the truth. As long as you are not oxygen, not everybody needs you, right? So you must be able to find who is my ideal customer, right? Very important. A lot of people are spending thousands of naira, thousands of dollars, possibly, okay, pushing out messages that is not for the ideal customer. And they are wondering where they are not selling. You must be able to define who your ideal customer is. Because sometimes, even your ideal customer, even when you show them your product or service, they may not even need it at the time. So how much more if you do not even meet your ideal customer? Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? You want to market, you're marketing to your ideal customer. At that time, it's not even ready. Now, how much more not marketing to your ideal customer? So it's important. It will save a lot of people thousands of naira and probably thousands of dollars, right? If they are able to know who their real customer is. I'm saying to somebody today, right? Probably you need to step back and cut down some of your marketing to do a research on finding who your customer is, right? You need to find what we call, because people buy for different things. People buy to feel important. Some people buy to save money. Some people buy to feel different. Some people buy to catch fun. Some people buy out of fear. Some people buy for convenience. You need to know this kind of people. Very critical and very important. It brings us to what we call the customer avatar. That's what we call the target market. That's what we call buyer persona. Any word we use here is the same thing. You must be able to define that exact. It's not even a group of people. That exact person. You must be able to define him or her, right? You must be able to identify what we call their psychographics and their demographics. So by demographics, we are saying that you want to know their gender, right? You want to know their sex. You want to know, their age bracket. You want to know who they are. It's very important. Somebody's asking me, Niyi, it is tons of work. Of course, if you want to be a global player, it takes loads of work, right? So you need to make certain, push out probably certain survey, right, to be able to find out. I'll give you a practical example. When we wanted to write our book, How to Earn a Fee from What You Do for Free, listen, I did not do a physical launch. We did not do a physical launch. Listen, up to today is 3 years already, okay, but it's just like yes, we didn't do a physical launch. Why? Because we're able to define who our ideal customer is. So my ideal customer was an average guy who is in secondary school or who is an undergraduate in ABU, for instance, who is so passionate, who is so talented, but is not able to earn a fee from what he does, who goes for concert, who goes for seminars, but is not being paid. That was the guy in my mind. And so when we released this book, we didn't do any physical launch. We went to where they are, right? And when we went to where they are, I can tell you, it's already a bestseller around. Amazing, incredible. Okay, so this is what you can do for all your business. You must be able to define. In fact, there's what we call negative avatar. This is called finding your ideal customer is called customer avatar, right? There's also what we call negative avatar. That means you decide in your mind, these are the people I don't even want to buy my product. I don't want to see them. That's the truth. So that you don't waste your time. See, for instance, I don't want Dangote to see my book, right? The only reason why, so it's not my target market. So it's even a negative avatar. However, the only reason why I would want him to see the book, all right, in another angle, is the fact that if he can buy 5,000, 10,000, a million copies and give to average, Nigerians and Africans around the world, that's the only way I need it. But if it's to read, it's a negative avatar. So that you don't waste your time burning energy, burning resources, and you do not have your ideal customer, and it's a no-no. Do you understand this? This is very important. This is very important. So you need to know their pain points. Because you see, you can sell, can I say this? You can sell and have a bestseller for your product or service if you know these three things. You know who your ideal customer is, you know where they are, right? And you know what kind of challenges they face. You know who they are, you know where they are, and you know what challenges they face. You will find a bestseller. So find your ideal customer. Find the person who is hungry. Find a hungry crowd. I heard that there was a man one time, he was teaching a class. All right. He asked them, if you were to pray to God now, you want to set up a restaurant in Asaba. If your prayer point was to go, what would be your prayer point? Certain people started saying, God should bless me with customer. In the class, the professor was asking them. Certain people say, God should bless me with customer. Certain people will say, God should give me, good staff. All right. So people will say, God, give me location. The professor said, well, you guys are fine. But the biggest prayer point you should have is that God should give you a hungry crowd. That's very important. You need a hungry and a thirsty crowd. Anytime you are able to pinpoint on a hungry and thirsty crowd, you have a bestseller. Right. So I can't go further than that because of time. Okay. Now, the fourth thing you need to do, right, is to be able to promote or sell yourself shamelessly. Promote yourself. You want to take your share in the global space, in the new economy, in the knowledge industry. You must be able to promote or sell yourself shamelessly. I was saying it earlier, right? I said, let your light so shine that men may see your good works and glorify your God. So even God wants to be glorified, but you have to show yourself. You need to promote yourself. You need to be out there, right? So it's very important. It's very important. Promote yourself. Sell yourself. Promote yourself. Sell yourself. Don't wait for. You see, I said in my book again. I'm doing a lot of referrals into my book. You know what I said? I said in the game of visibility, in the game of promotion, humility is not an asset, right? Okay, humility is not an asset. So number one, visibility. Number two, your ability to have an ideal customer. Number three, your ability to market or promotion. Market yourself. Listen, I tell people every time who bear the rank of CEO, I said, as great as that title is, my friend, you must, in addition to giving yourself CEO, give yourself CMO. All right, you must be your brand's chiefest marketing officer. You must, whether your personal brand or your business brand, you don't just be a CEO. You can be it by name, but by heart, you must also be your brand's chiefest marketing officer up till tomorrow. All right, Facebook, even YouTube is marketing on Facebook. Can you imagine? How much more you? How much more me? Right? Facebook and all of those brands, Nike, they are spending billions of dollars every single year trying to show themselves to you, trying to market themselves so they will sell. What excuse do you have? If those brands at that level can do that, how much more you? How much more me? Very critical and very important. And in marketing yourself, can I give you a few hacks? Let me give you a very few quick hacks. All right. You need to use the biggest marketing language in the world is the word free. Okay, so I give you a practical example again. When we're writing our book, when we're pushing it out, we said we're going to give people, 50% bonus discount. So don't play with those word discounts. Number two, we also said we're going to give them, materials for free. Okay, so what I did was that some of my radio broadcasts, I compressed them into, I put them online, I put them on Google, and I said, okay, if you get this book, number one, you're getting at 50%. Number two, I'm going to give you 19,500 worth of material, 19,500 naira worth of material for free. People will say, all right, this book is 5,000. I'm getting it for 50%. That's 2,500. And I'm getting another bonus for 19,500. It triggers something because human beings are naturally greedy. And by that, I mean, including me, all of us we have and I'm not insulting you, right? We have an element of greed around us. So you must also psychologically play around that greed. I'm not saying you should manipulate people, but you must be able to play around that greed. This is what marketers know. Marketers understand the language of psychology and they're able to play around. So you must be able to understand. Okay? So you can also use copywriting. Apart from using, I said the biggest marketing word is free. I've also talked about, discount. This is how to market. Remember, I'm talking about the money, the ego, the moolah, the kudi. Very critical and very important. You can also use testimonials, right? Incredible. I did a public section. I did a public speaking and effective communication masterclass online during the COVID season. I think I have about 5 minutes thereabout. Okay, right? So I did that session during the COVID, right? And one of my participants sent me a message. He said, Niyi Soyinka, your public speaking masterclass wasn't just masterclass for me. It wasn't just speaking for me. He did therapy. It was therapy. What? Therapy what? It was not a therapy session. All right? So you can be able to use your testimonials. In fact, some of the things you have done in life for free so far, freely the people have received, right? Freely they must also give you your testimonials, right? Because some of us are, and let me not assume everybody's there. Some of us are just starting out. You are doing a lot of things for free. Can I encourage you? Every time you give people stuff out, every time you dish value, right? Maybe you are doing a free seminar and all of that. Ask people for feedback, right? So when they give you feedback, it will help you to correct yourself and all of that. But setting feedback are also testimony, not just feedback. Don't just receive feedback, receive testimonies. Can I say that again? Don't just receive feedback. One of the feedback should be testimonies. So that when you now want to put a price to what you are selling or marketing, you can use the testimonials from what you have done for free. So when you come out there, people are not seeing you as a newbie. Nobody wants to give a newbie a chance, even banks. Nobody, the world is not that fair. It's not fair. Nobody gives a newbie a chance, not even banks. Do you understand? So when you are coming out to begin to get money and put a price on the things that you sell or the service or the ideas you have, people are not seeing you as a newbie. They're not saying, this guy, where he come up from? Which did he come? No, because of the testimony you've had 2 years ago, 3 years ago, for the things you are doing for free. People say, no, this guy is a player, he's not a newbie. Let's give him a chance. And that's the first time you are putting a price on what you do. Can you imagine? I hope this hack is helpful, right? You must also be able to, remember, I'm still talking about marketing. Marketing, I'll soon be done, right? You must sell benefits. We say it out there in marketing, sell benefits more than features. Feature says it is blue. Feature says it is red. All right. Feature says it's padded. All right. Benefit says if you put it in water for the next 10 hours, it will still be safe. You must be able to learn how to sell benefits, not just features. You must also be able to show, not just tell. Show the things you do. People want to see, they want to buy from you or patronize you when they see the product or the ideas or the service you are rendering in display. They are not just seeing it in their mind. They are not imagining that you can do it. No, they are seeing it. They are seeing it. They are seeing it. Very critical and very, very important. The last thing under marketing is that you must understand the language of copywriting. Copywriting is such a powerful language. It's such a powerful force. And by copywriting, I don't mean COPYRIGHT. I mean COPYWRITING. Right? The concept of copywriting is incredible. Every marketer in the world, every marketing campaign you see in the world has an element of copywriting attached to it. So I heard of a story, okay, of a book written by Nora Hayden, okay, many years ago. The title of the book, she wrote it in 1982. The Nora Hayden titled the book, probably some of you have heard the story. She titled the book Astrological Love. That's the title of the book, 1982, Astrological Love. The book in 1 year sold 2,000 copies. In 1982, when it was written, the title was Astrological Love. It sold 2,000 copies. A guy picked the book and read it. He said, wow, this book is incredible, but I think the title betrays me. So I think he got a copywriting for the book, or he went to the partnership with the author and said, you know what, I need us to change the, whether it's a fictional story or true, it's not my business, but I want to learn something from it, right? So he said, I want you to change the title of your book from Astrological Love to How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have her beg for more. Do you understand that? How to satisfy, from astrological love to how to satisfy a woman every time and wanting her begging for more. The book sold 2.5 million copies the following year. Do you understand? Just the power of copyright. See what we did with our book, How to Earn a Fee from What to Do for Free. People are wondering, you know what? You mean I can earn a fee from what I do for free? People rush it. So I'll give you one or two examples and I close. Imagine our host. I didn't get her name, right? She and I want to put up a class together. And that class is how to help us. Let's imagine the title of the class tonight is how you can make money from the phone. So I titled my class, How to Make Money from Your Phone. That's the title of my class. She titles her class, How I Made 500,000 from my A14 Samsung in 2 weeks, and how you can do the same. Me, I titled my class, How to Make Money from Your Phone. She titled her class, How I Made 500,000 from my phone in 2 weeks, and how you can do the same. Whose class will you attend? Talk to me. Whose class will you attend? Let me wait for 30 seconds.
My class.
Okay, beautiful. So even me, listen, I will attend that class. Right? But you see, the idea is that I may even be more knowledgeable than her. Yeah. So you can see you're probably leaving money on the table because you've not understood this concept. So I may be knowledgeable than her, but the ability to understand this act of copywriting is self-help. So that's the second thing you must do. Number one, you must be visible. Number two, you must find your ideal customer. Number three, you must market and market shamelessly. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Market shamelessly. Number four, you must learn in a new economy. You must also gravitate on digital space. I kind of emphasize that. I've not met Ijeoma and her team before, but seeing me on the digital space out there, she said, Niyi, I wanted to be a speaker this year. There's nothing that has joined us together beyond out there in the digital space. All right. So I'm rushing out and I'm rounding out now. Right. So you need to leverage on that space. Push out content every time. All right, valuable content. Don't be the person who says, I want to go out of Facebook now. I'll be back in 2 months. Nobody send you, my dear. All right, if you want to go, go. All right, people are busy because you see, and you must be consistent. Right, you're coming back and you're telling us who misses you. Nobody misses you, my friend. People have gone ahead. All right. I tell people always you must build consistency on the digital space because I'll prefer somebody who's consistent than probably somebody who is talented but not consistent. All right. Because I know over time the man who is consistent will build the skill. But the guy who has the skill and is not consistent, he will cause me trouble and pain. Right? Then finally, you must leverage relationship. Everything rises on and falls on relationship. All other things are details. All right. Many people want to go abroad today. They want to do something today. You must leverage relationship. This is my last statement on occupying the global economy. It is who you know. Recently, I was recommended for an incredible platform, and I was amazed. It is the people that you know. The strategic. Everything rises and falls on relationships. Life is all about relationships. All other things are details, right? You want to take your lion's share or your share in the new economy, in the knowledge economy, build strategic alliances, build strategic relationships. Life is all about relationships. All other things are details. Everything rises and falls on relationships. I hope I will connect with you and we'll have strategic alliances, just like I'm having with incredible team. I believe you've gotten value. Thank you for having me and have an interesting evening. Our host, over to you.
Woo, woo, woo. Wow, this session is so relatable. Like, it is really relatable. I would say the second speaker, it was actionable and practical. This session is relatable. I love the part where you said people go 2 months, they're online, next 2 months, they're offline, and they come and say, who misses me? Truth is that nobody actually misses you. Because a lot of things are happening on the digital space. And I also love when you said, sell yourself unashamedly. If you know me very well on LinkedIn, you will know that that is one of my slogan. Sell yourself unashamedly. Nobody's going to blow your trumpet more than you do. Nobody's going to sell your book more than you do. You have to keep on promoting yourself. You have to keep on blowing your trumpet. And my favorite scripture, Matthew 5 verse 16. Shine your light so bright. God knows you're going to shine, but He wants you to shine so bright. And at the end of the day, so that you can glorify Him. So if you are not shining, you are owing God His glory. Thank you so much, Sani. I'm going to connect with you. Like, I resonate with everything you said tonight. Be visible, find your ideal customer, promote yourself, digital skills. We are actually going to dominate. And as you said at the beginning, that we should say that we are global citizens. I am a global citizen. That is why I call my LinkedIn followers global stars. We are global citizens.
Correct.
We are global lights. We are
Amazing.
global stars. We are
Amazing.
not playing local. Thank you so much. I know the comment section is on fire. Like, it's on fire. A lot to jot down. Like, my book is filled up. Someone said, thank you so much, Annie. My notebook is filled up already. My notebook is filled up already. Someone also said, thank you so much for the value packed session. You spoke about selling ideas. I think that's a question we're going to quickly ask you so that we move right into the next speaker and so that everyone can have a very good time. Thank you so much. So let me just ask you the question. She said, Japheth said, thank you so much for the value packed session, sir. You spoke about selling ideas. What are the indications on how, and what are the indications, or how do you define ideas to sell and the ones to implement, so you don't end up shooting yourself in the foot by selling your best ideas? Sir, did you get that?
Okay. I got it. I got it. Just leave it on the screen. I got that. The question on the screen. All right. So I got that absolutely. Okay. But I want to say something. You know, I want to say, how do I put this? Okay. I think it's Nigerian or it's African, right? We are afraid to sell. Okay. I don't know where that thing came from. Okay. We're afraid to sell. In fact, a part of our business. Okay, we're afraid to hand over, and we are saying that should I maybe it's village people. that cost you to sell this stuff. All right, but I'm glad that over the years, I think we are learning. Okay, there are certain things you are probably need to lay your hands off and sell and move to other things. Right, I did a regret. There was a business I was going to sell off at one time. Right, by the time I was selling it a year later, I made a loss. Okay, so that's even another business. So you must be able to know that this is going to be another entire seminar on its own. But let me do my bit to try to answer, your fresh ideas. Okay, I want you to know that the first of all, there are people called angel investors. There are people who are actually hungry and looking for ideas that they can fuel and they can fund. I want you to realize that that is very critical and very important, right? And the fear to say, I don't want to sell this idea and shoot myself in the foot, I've already addressed that. So please don't be afraid. Your point is to be able to know where, to know who, right? And one of the smartest things you can also do is selling your ideas is to also say, even when I'm selling it, right? This is what I always tell many people who have ideas is that I want to sell, probably you may not sell it 100%, right? You want to sell 70, 80%, that's right. You want to sell 70%, 60%, so that you still have a stake. You still have 30% and all of that. Or probably when you are going to negotiation, you come on board, right? Because some of those ideas are wasting. And tomorrow, the problem is that tomorrow you will see the ideas on the street and you're wondering, but I had this idea, right? So it's a thin line. So I will ask you to subscribe to mentorship, right? Probably, yeah, I think it's very important because, like I said, I can't say this one for all. So to answer your question directly, you must be able to, seek wisdom. Okay, I know the fear, and some of those fears are valid, right? But you must be able to seek wisdom, look at the pros and cons, then use the alternative I said, probably becoming on the board or not selling the entire thing. Okay, so you must be able to understand that, but don't sleep on ideas forever. Okay, you must be able to see how one way or the other you can say this other. Certain people have so much ideas that they are doing nothing about. That if they are able to sell that idea, they will use it to fund certain other businesses or certain other ideas that they already run. Okay, so my major drive to you tonight is that please don't be afraid, but you must also be sure that you have a lawyer around. That's why I also talk about mentorship, so that you are not shortchanged, you are not cut short. Very critical and very